It's been 3 months since we've seen Kamaru Usman walk out and take down his competition. Hasn't lost in 19 straight, 5 straight title defenses with a bunch of KOs as well. And we get to see him up close and personal here in Los Angeles because he was here for his surgery on Monday. Kamaru Usman joining us live on HQ. I'm Chris Hassel. Glad to have you with us, Kamaru. Obviously, the first thing we look at is the hand surgery just a couple of days ago. How did it go and how are you feeling now?
This little thing? This is it's nothing. I'll be ready to get back in there next week. No, it's something that I dealt with for quite some time. And, now being able to finally get the appropriate time to get it fixed, and hopefully staring down some competition. Not too long.
Only thing scarier than you was the picture that Dana White posted of that gruesome surgery.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. I was, dealing with that, so I basically essentially fighting with the hole in my hand, and so now I know why it was so painful. But I'm glad I was finally able to get out here, get with the right doctors, and get it fixed.
So did you schedule the surgery out here in L.A. so you could be here for Super Bowl week? I mean, that worked out great.
Actually, no, it worked out great, but the way it came together is because I was doing rehab there in South Florida, and they couldn't exactly find out what was wrong. They said that, there's some tendon and capsule issues, but let's just do some therapy and see if that improves the condition. And after some time, I said, no, this is not getting better. We got to do something else.
Sure.
So I was able to come out here, meet with a different doctor, and they said that, hey, it's something that you should probably get fixed. And we got it fixed, and now we're looking at, hopefully getting back on the horse soon.
Yeah, so that's the big question. When do you hope to return?
I'm thinking sometime in the summer. Because this
Fight
is
week?
That's a good one. Definitely one that I won't shy away from. I think the most important thing is making sure that this hand is healed completely, because this is a moneymaker. I need the hands to be able to accomplish whatever I want to accomplish inside of that octagon. So I need to make sure that the hand healed properly, and once they do, trust me, I won't shy away from competition.
We know that's the case. Leon Edwards is a name that's kind of been thrown around, a guy that you saw back in 2015 and defeated. Do you see that as a possibility, and what have you seen from him since then?
Absolutely. I think Leon Edwards is a great competitor. I think he's improved greatly since the last time him and I fought. I mean, he hasn't lost since then.
Yeah.
And so when a guy's gone on a streak like that and definitely improved their game and improved their weaknesses that they had, it's clear to see that he's definitely amongst the top 3 guys in this division. And so if he's the next guy, then absolutely, I'll go out there and take him out. Whoever else, I'll take him out. Like I've said before, I'm the best for a reason. That's because I shy away from no one.
Well, so that brings me to my next question. Earlier today, Israel Adesanya made some news saying that, hey, look, I don't want to fight him. I don't want to fight Kamaru Usman. I want Nigeria to have as many champs as possible. To that, you say what?
Exactly how I feel. It's kind of the topic of the town now. Everybody wants him and I to fight. Everybody wants him and I to fight. For what?
How much money would it take?
Now that's the real question. Is, Dana, if you really want this fight to happen, if you guys really want this fight to happen, then how much pay-per-view are you guys willing to buy? And how much is going to be on the table for Israel and I to actually sit down and say, as brothers, hey, we got to do this because Mom and Dad, we need to be able to make sure none of us ever have to work again. So I think it's going to take something ridiculous to get us at the table. But, I have no interest in that fight.
Unless. Speaking of Dana White, maybe he will give you that because he's a big fan of yours. How did it make you feel when he said you were the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world?
I mean, it's great when you're, I guess, essentially the UFC president, your boss, essentially says that, hey, you've done everything right, and I'm going to acknowledge you for doing that. It's always a great feeling because that's what we do. That's what we do it for. We want to compete, and we want to be able to be recognized for all the hard work that we've put in. So, yeah, it feels great to be the pound-for-pound best fighter on the planet right now.
Welterweight champ. Do you have interest in maybe jumping a couple classes and getting another belt, becoming a champ?
I thought about it. And this was news last week. A lot of people were kind of, I got some flag for it, and people were thinking that, oh no, he's just saying this. No, I was very serious. Because Israel Adesanya is the middleweight champion, and Jan Blachowicz was the light heavyweight champion. I saw that matchup and I said, hey, that's a fight that I can deal with. It's Jan. No disrespect to Jan. I think he's a great competitor. He's a very powerful guy. He got a lot of power in his hands. But I thought that was a matchup that favored me. I thought if I'd have skipped the middleweight class, went up to light heavyweight, I definitely will be a champ. But unfortunately, he's no longer the champ, so I will stay put where I am, and we'll have that conversation if it happens.
What more can you do where you're at, though? I mean, how much longer until you would consider yourself the GOAT in that division?
The GOAT, that's not something I consider myself. I think that's something that the people say. I think it's just a conversation piece for people. You know, when I'm said and done with my time here and my journey as being, at the top of this sport, and I walk away, yes, of course, that's something that I want people to be able to say, but that's not something that I look at myself as right now. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the next guy, which right now, it seems like that would be Leon Edwards. So I get through him, and then the next guy, whoever that guy presents himself to be, then that's my job, is to go ahead and continue to knock off these guys one by one until there's nobody left.
Well, maybe you beat everybody in UFC, and then you think about boxing, perhaps? I mean, you've mentioned Canelo Alvarez. Would you have interest in doing what it seems like so many fighters are doing these days, going into the boxing ring?
Absolutely, and that's, you start to kind of see the bravado and the these guys. When you're the pound for pound and you're the best on the planet, you believe that. You believe in your abilities to be able to overcome any obstacle that's placed in front of you. You're not afraid to say, okay, I'll cross over. I'll go over there because I am the best at this. You're not afraid of that. You see it with Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou right now. Tyson Fury he's not shy of saying, hey, Francis Ngannou, you're a big power puncher. You want to be the best. You want to come over here. I'll take you on. But you're not really hearing that from my side, my guy. So, more power to him. If he feels like this is not a something he wants to entertain, this is not a mountain he wants to climb, that's fine. Canelo, you can continue being a champion that you are. I respect you, all the respect for you. You continue picking off all these guys that no one really knows and fighting them. So, more respect to you.
I feel like every time we interview a fighter like you, we talk to you more about other people than yourself.
Yeah, right?
What does that feel like? We're always asking you about these other guys. What about you?
I think it's because we are exemplary in what we've been doing, in our accomplishments, to where it's people look forward to what can you do next? What can you do past what you've done already? So it is what it is. The sky's the limit. I've always said it. The sky's the limit for me. And I'm going to try to be at the top of this sport until I decide that it's time for me to walk away from it.
You've got UFC 272 coming up, Masvidal, Covington, couple of wins over both. How do you see that one playing out?
It's a good fight. It's an intriguing fight. And it's one that I haven't been to except other than the Francis Ngannou fight, I haven't really been to an event to sit and watch in a while. It's one that I will be there to watch. I mean, it's a great one. I'm just sitting there like a proud dad watching my sons fight and do what they do. So I'm excited to watch that one.
And we're excited to see you back in the octagon fighting once again. Before we let you go, since we're in L.A., got the Super Bowl coming up, Bengals, Rams. Who you got? How does it play out?
It's an intriguing game because, let's be honest, I don't think a lot of us really expect. I mean, we knew this team had the capability to be here, but we didn't really expect them to be in the Super Bowl. I mean, the Bengals, they were tough, but come on.
Yeah.
So I would say they're probably a little cleaner, a little bit more complete. So I'm going to look for the Bengals to go out there and shock everybody.
Okay.
To go out there and get that Super Bowl.
Kamaru Usman calling for the upset on Sunday in Super Bowl 56. Thank you so much for coming here. Just basically 48 hours out of the surgery room.
Yeah, like I said, I'll be back in no time.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that club off your hand and get you back out there. Kamaru Usman with us here on CBS Sports HQ as the sun sets in Los Angeles on a beautiful Wednesday night. Kamaru loves these guys. We all do. It's Morning Combat. Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell, our daily MMA boxing and fighting pod. Download and follow today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.